Hi everyone. My name's Susan, and this is my channel Shopping with Sue. And I am answering the 15 question tag that Bonnie from Bonbons Halls tagged me with. So I will put her link to her channel down in the description. She's become one of my buddies here on YouTube, and I'm always excited when she tags me. So this one is get to know me in 15 questions. So here we go. So first of all, question number one, I'm going to just look down there because I've got the questions written down. What's my middle name? My middle name is Elizabeth. So I'm Susan Elizabeth. And I don't know if there's a story behind that. I did tell you about my first name. I think I did in the other tag that I was named after my mom's best friend who passed away when they were teenagers. But my middle name, I don't know. But it's Elizabeth. Number two, how old are you? Are you kidding me? I'm not going to tell you that. I'll tell you, I'm somewhere between 45 and 100. Okay? So, no guesses, please. At a certain point, where's that commercial on TV where that woman says, at a certain point they say you stop caring? I wonder when that is. It's a makeup commercial. I think it's Revlon or something. Well, I don't know if I'm really going to stop caring about how old I am until I am 100, but for now I'll leave it up to you. Okay, number three, how tall are you? I'm 5'4". I'm not that tall. Oh, I'm sorry. I lost an inch. I'm 5'3". When you get a little bit older, yeah, you start shrinking a little. So, number four, do you have any siblings? Oh, that's a really good one. That's a good question. I have one sister that I grew up with, and I have a half sister that I found when I turned 50. Oops. So we know I'm over 50. Anyway, apparently my dad had an affair, darling, when I was little, very little, and I have a sister who is half sister who's 4 years younger than I am, and I knew about her a lot of my life because my mother's mother, my grandmother, informed me when I was 12 about the affair. Oh, Lord. Anyway, I'm not going into the whole story. But I knew my whole life, but I never knew her. And my father denied it when I asked him about it when I was in my 20s. And then I didn't look for her until I was much older. And actually, I don't know if I would have been able to find her before the internet anyway. Because, yes, the internet arose during my time. Anyway, I'm in a mood tonight. So, I found her through the internet, and it was quite an exhaustive search, but turns out I have a talent for that. So, yeah, that was an interesting phone call. I tried contacting her on Facebook, but she didn't know me, so she just kept ignoring my messages, and I didn't want to send her a letter, so I called her one day, and I got her phone number through my internet research. So anyway, called her and I said, I think we're related. I didn't want to say I think I'm your half sister. Oh, and you're wondering how I know if she was my half sister, because I found a picture of her online from her high school yearbook, and she looked like my dad with long hair. So anyway, I contacted her and I just had to tell her, and you know what she said? She said, now I understand everything that's happened to me. And it's a whole long story, but which I'm not going to tell you but we have an amazing relationship, and we've been friends for a while. And the crazy thing is, she doesn't look like me at all. I look like my mom. She looks just like our dad, and the sister I grew up with, who's my full sister. Those two look like twins. It's crazy. So we talk every couple weeks, and we've gotten really close, and I'm just really glad she's a part of my life. So if you have a half sibling out there you're not sure about contacting, I would encourage it. It's definitely worth it. All right. Oh dear, we're only at question number 4. Okay, let's go a little more quickly. Number 5. What's my favorite color? Purple. But my favorite color combinations are purple, green, and blue. When you put purple, green, and blue together, I'm just like, ah, I don't know. Especially like, it could be anything really. It doesn't have to be glass, but especially in glass, like I said, I collect like those glass globes that you hang in the window, and purple, green, and blue. Oh, those colors just do it for me. Number 6, what's your favorite drink? Diet Coke, decaf. And this, now I live in the tri-state area of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, but this, I'm very close to Pennsylvania, and this is like what I live on. Turkey Hill is a local place that makes all kinds of products. It's in Pennsylvania, and this is Diet Mango Green Tea. This is probably, this and Diet Coke are what I live on, and water. I love cold water, but Diet Coke, as my sister I grew up with calls it, yummy Diet Coke. Okay, number 7, what's your favorite animal? My favorite animal is a greyhound. They're the only dogs I've ever had since I've been an adult. We had dogs when I was a kid, which I didn't care for. But for the last 15 years, I've had greyhounds. And now I am dogless. But I'm not going to get another greyhound because if I have to move into an apartment, they're just too big. So, spiritual animal. Well, my spirit animal, I've actually looked this up online, is the raven. So I don't know that that's the animal I would pick, but given my birthday, and that's what it's connected to. So it is the raven. Number 8, do I have any tattoos? I do not have any tattoos, but all 3 of my daughters have tattoos. My oldest daughter, I took her to get her first tattoo when she was 17, I think. She was just determined to get a butterfly on her hip. Now she's a little older. She's 30, 29. Anyway, she's like, oh, why did you let me do that? And I said, because I didn't want you to do something worse. But anyway, she did not get any more tattoos, but my other 2 daughters have a couple, And all their tattoos are like, I don't know. They have like the sisters. No, my oldest daughter didn't get. No, my 2 younger daughters got tattoos on their ankles, matching tattoos. And then, they all have some kind of meaning for them. But I don't have any tattoos. Actually, I wanted to get a tattoo until my daughter got one when she was 17, and I saw how much it hurt. Not when she got it, but when it was healing. And I said, yeah, no. So, no tattoos here. Number 9, do you have any piercings? I just have ear piercings. I have 2 on this ear. I have 3 here. I used to have a wonderful cartilage piercing up there, but about 10 years ago, it got so infected that I had to be hospitalized for IV antibiotics. Clearly, I had to remove it. Yeah, they said, you need to take that out, go to the hospital for 24 hours, or you might lose your ear. But I miss it. I have a little lump there. I don't know, I thought I was cool. I got it when I was 40. Am I giving you too much math to figure out how old I am? Anyway, I got it when I was 40, in my early 40s, and I have a little lump there. I still miss it, but I'm just going to leave it alone. Number 10, do you have any pets? Well, I've got 2 cats that live in the basement, which I mentioned before. And I let them out and pet them and love on them, but they have to have their homestead is in the basement because they literally ruined my old house where I used to live. They ruined 2 rooms, the wooden floors, I even replaced one of the floors with laminate. They ruined that. So they have to just be in a more controlled environment, unfortunately. They are quite elderly now, but this has just been an issue of theirs ever since I've had them for many years. We used to have a zillion pets when the girls were younger. We had, okay, so here's the most pets I ever had. 2 dogs, 2 cats, 7 guinea pigs, 7 hamsters, and one of my daughters had 3 rats and a mouse. So that's when the girls were like preteen and early teen years. Now I'm down to 2 cats and a guinea pig, which mostly lives at school. So those are my pets. I've had guinea pigs my whole life. I've had cats my whole life, although these will be my last cats. And I've had dogs for like the last 15 years, the greyhounds. So I'm a real pet person. And my most recent doggy passed away a month ago. Tomorrow. It's a month ago tomorrow. So it's been very, very hard without him. But anyway, I'm doing a little better. Number 11, are you single, married, or have a boyfriend? I'm currently single slash divorced slash single. At first, I didn't want to look for a guy because I was still raising the girls when I got divorced. I mean, they were teenagers, and then I just decided I wanted to be on my own for a while, and now I just like being on my own. Although now that Charlie passed away, the dog, it's like I feel like I need to either get a dog or a guy. Dog or guy, dog or guy, dog. Not anytime soon, though. I want to give it at least, I think, 6 months before I make any decision. But no men in my life right now. And that's okay for now. Sometimes I miss having a guy around, but sometimes I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Number 12, what's your favorite store? Oh, what's my favorite store? Oh, there are so many. All right, so what's my favorite store? Well, it used to be Christmas tree shops, and then I caught the Dollar Tree bug this past summer, so I guess I'd have to say Dollar Tree. I mean, honestly, when I go into any Dollar Tree, I get this sense of really excitement. I do love Michael's, I love Christmas tree shops, I love World Market. Yeah, those are all my favorite stores, too. I like Five Below. It's okay. Sometimes it's not so great. I don't go to the mall. I don't go to the big stores, like JCPenney, Sears. I don't go to any of those places. I don't really go to Home Goods. Too expensive. So I guess I would say Dollar Tree is really my favorite store, with maybe Christmas tree shops being a close second. Because now that I'm a Dollar Tree fanatic, I don't want to pay more for stuff. I just don't. You don't have to. Okay, number 13. What are your hobbies? Okay, my biggest hobby is reading, but honestly, during the school year, I don't have a lot of time to read because I'm very busy doing lesson planning, and also I prefer to watch TV during the school year. But then during the summer, I usually read like 15 books. I just go crazy reading. So reading is a hobby. I've always been artistic, not exactly an artist, but artistic. I love to paint furniture, not to refinish furniture, but I buy unfinished furniture, especially children's furniture, and I paint it in all kinds of different themes, and then I usually donate it to a good cause where, they use it as a fundraiser. So that's a hobby. And what else is a hobby of mine? I used to embroider when I was younger, but I don't really like to do it anymore. Oh, and I have my own business. I used to run a hair bow business when my girls were young. You guys know, anybody with young kids, there is a need to do something and be something more than a mother. And being a mother was all I ever wanted to do. But when I was a mother, I needed to have a separate identity. And I wasn't a working mother. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I started my own company making and selling hair bows, and I was in 5 different local stores. So I did really well. But what happened was the business got to the point where I was either going to have to hire someone or cut back. So I decided to cut back because I didn't, I was starting to get orders of like 12 of this and 12 of that, and it just wasn't fun anymore. So I actually cut it down and gradually cut it down to 1 store, and then I closed the business after a while. So that was some years ago. But, these days, so my hobbies these days are reading, painting furniture, and now YouTube is actually a wonderful, wonderful hobby for me. But, and pocket letters. I love making pocket letters. So much fun. Number 14, do you love music? And if so, what's your favorite genre? That's changed with the different periods of my life, I have to say. I love music. I've always been a musical person. I find people are either musical or they're not so much. When you're musical, you're singing all the time, and probably drives other non-musical people crazy. It's funny because out of my 3 daughters, only 1 is really musical. She's always singing. The other 2 are like, stop it! But I love music. And when I was married and my girls were, preteens and teenagers, I really loved hard rock. I was really not in a good marriage, and I loved that, like, really, really hard rock. Like, Korn was one of my favorite bands. I dragged my oldest daughter with me to a Korn concert because I wanted to go. She was like 16. She's like, oh, fine. And I never really liked pop that much. I was just into that really hard rock music. And we saw Metallica. My oldest daughter and I went to a lot of concerts. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, we went to, I don't know how many concerts we went to. Mostly because she wanted to see them and I wanted to go too. She would go with me. Probably Green Day is one of my favorite bands of all time. Totally. Anyway, now that I'm a little older, I'm not so angry. So I can still enjoy a good headbanging song, but mostly I think what I like to listen to now is alternative. It's probably what my favorite genre is now. And once in a while pop, but I'm not really big on the pop. Or rap. Rap is not really my thing, but I like alternative. So number 15, the last one, what is your favorite movie? I think it is Despicable Me. Every time that movie is on, I have to put it on. I can't help it. I don't know the dialogue yet, but I know what's coming. I know what's going to happen. But I really think that's my favorite movie of all time. I think that changes too, as you go through different periods of your life. But I love Despicable Me. Oh, I love the Minions. Oh, my gosh. I should have a Minion collection instead of my SpongeBob collection. But, oh, yeah, let me show you. Show you a little bit. I don't know what you can see, but I'll show you. It's kind of hard to see. It's glary, my SpongeBob collection. I love SpongeBob, but Despicable Me and the Minions, my girls would kill me if I started a new collection. Collecting is one of my hobbies, yes. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, Bonnie. I'm going to tag, I don't know if Fabulous Fatima has done this yet, but Fabulous Fatima, I'm tagging you. And anybody else who wants to do it, please, I would love to hear your answers and get to know you better. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Have a good night. And love you guys.